Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I've got another property for you. I'm always talking about freedoms away from zoning and rules and regulations and things, and telling you about land, what land has what kinds of freedoms, right? So I got this new property in there, and I've got it on the website. I'm calling it Sojourner Truth Land, Massachusetts. This is in Massachusetts. It's just north of Northampton, Massachusetts. I'm going to forget the name of the town. Northampton, Massachusetts is where Sojourner Truth used to live. And she was a very big civil rights advocate of her time. Not only civil rights, but female rights. And she would say things like, everybody's created equal. Everyone should be created equal. And it doesn't matter what color you are, what your culture is, what religion you believe in, what kind of relationships you identify with, the art you like to create, the art you like to enjoy, the music you like to create, or the music you like to enjoy, and it goes on, right? So those kinds of ideas were novel to speak out with at her time. There's still controversy in many cultural parts today, but it's been getting better and better in lots of different ways, and we've been having and enjoying more freedoms, right? And so this town that this property is near is Northampton, Massachusetts, and it's known for being the most liberal, the most open to these kinds of ideas out of any town out there for its size. It's like 25 to 30,000 people. So it's not the big one, it's not the tiny one, but for a smaller midtown-ish kind of size town, very liberal. And so let's jump into it. Let's take a look at this property that is near this town I'm telling you about. Okay, so we're on RealVacantLand.com. We got Kyle Shanley on here. Kyle's name and phone numbers on here. You can go here by hitting the link in the description below. It'll take you back to the website, and you can click on his phone number and give him a call. He is he's backpacking for the next 2 or 3 days, so maybe this isn't the perfect timed video, but he'll get back to you soon, right? So we're asking $79,000 for this property. It's 0.92 acres, and we've got some pictures on the website. There's a street that goes to the eastern boundary of it. It's kind of a goofy shape. If you tell me what kind of shape you think that property is in the comments. Sometimes they're like a baby face or something, or whatever. I don't know. This looks like I'm thinking the mail machines. I take the mail machines apart. It looks like one of the random parts I would take off to clean out a jam. But so here's a street view, a property view of it. It's a bunch of maple trees on this property. If you remember, this had a bunch of different maple. These are supposed to look like maple trees. Sometimes some people might think there's something else, but there's supposed to be maple trees in the background. A bunch of different colors. We're trying to show like diversity and expression, right? Okay, let's jump back to it. So we got maple trees on the property in a very diverse town, and it's a little bit of a hill. I mean, you put a driveway in there, you put a house on the hill and looking out, and in the summer it's just going to be totally green. Here's a neighbor with a house on the hill. There's a power line going down the street. It's a paved street. Here is they're collected maple syrup right here. There's a collection box, and they've got the stringers rung up to the trees ready for spring to pop. There's a power line right in front of it. It's got a transformer right in front of the property. There's a transformer. Here's a shot of the property in here in the summer with those maple trees all full of leaves. Here's Springfield to the south. So Springfield is the bigger town in the area, 27 miles to that one. But the town I was talking about is Northampton. Northampton's right here, just a hair south of it. And reading about this town, they're supposed to have some really good restaurants, really good music scene, really good art scene, a farmer's market that happens. It's supposed to be like where you meet everybody in town, and they all come to the farmer's market and go off of that vibe. It's supposed to have been an old standing farmer's market that just keeps going and going for a long time. It makes me want to just stop by and go to the farmer's market for lunch or something, right? So here's the different diagrams. Let's jump into the map. Okay, so here's a map of the property. And let's zoom out. I'll show you where we're at in relation to the river. There's Connecticut River over here, right over my head. So I saw some pictures of people sculling the river, like rowboats, like long paddle rowboats. And then if we zoom out some more, here's the town. So here's the town of Northampton, and then Springfield's down below. If we go over to a map, we can, okay, so here's the property just south of this little town, Wheatley, and here's Springfield below, and here's Boston over here. So Boston property. Okay, so if you're interested in this one, you want to go take a look at it, or if you actually want to buy it, there's a buy now button. It's like $500 down. We'll go do the paperwork through a local, use attorneys in Massachusetts. So the local attorney, we've got a couple different attorneys we use in Massachusetts. We've got one we used on the purchase of this property. We can just roll it over into the sale, and it should give us lower costs and easier to pull it off if we use our attorney. So if we'll go do the paperwork, we can drop the paperwork and run it through our attorney, or if you have an attorney, that's great too. There's some pictures of the area and shots and things, and Kyle's phone number. So yeah, give Kyle a call, ask questions, line it up, go take a look at it, figure it out, see if I can help along the way. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching my Sojourner Truth land near Northampton, Massachusetts, where you can make your own music, you can listen to lots of others and enjoy their art while you're making your own, in a place that you shouldn't be bugged by all kinds of what you're supposed to be and look like mentalities that are in other parts of the country. Thanks. See you in the next one. Bye.